Someone's vibrating.
Gene Snedeker here with Parents Against Bullying. I'm here with a few parents tonight that showed up, and I've got one student that I'm gonna have come up and speak. Not yet, Nevaeh. Just wait your turn, don't get greedy. Anyways, quiet. Two subjects that have been brought to my attention. Number one, the Hogwarts version of Jenny F. Snap is already causing problems. They're dividing kids up in teams. The teams aren't done evenly, and they're not being given points evenly. Some teams already have like 2,000 points. Others still have like 200. So it's not being done fairly. So the favoritism's still going on. And on top of that, it has been brought to my attention by two different students that the teams are ganging up on each other in the hallways and actually jumping each other, arguing over whose team is better than the other one. So basically what they did was take a bad situation and it's getting worse instead of better, which is something that I could have predicted, but hey, don't listen to me, I'm just a stupid grandmother. The other issue I'd like to talk about, and I looked it up on Google, state law does not allocate an actual time frame a child is to be allotted for breakfast or lunch. However, the CDC recommends that a child have 20 minutes after they sit down to consume their meal. Now, it's come to my attention that Jenny F. Snap has cut their lunch times down to 15 minutes, and that's from the time that they get into their line to the time where they finish their lunch. That's not enough time to get through the line or eat, and there's a lot of students that are going without lunch because of it. And part of it is because they've got these other activities for the other half of the lunch period, which was a half hour, I guess, at one point. Now, I remember from the school district meetings that I did attend, I didn't attend many of them, that they had claimed that these were going to be voluntary activities the kids could sign up in. Well, the students I talked to today say they're mandatory, and if you haven't finished your lunch, well, you're just not going to be able to eat because you're being forced to go into these activities. And I've got one student here that can talk to this fact. Come on over, Nevaeh. Park it down. Make sure you can
Speak up, baby.
speak up.
Speak up, love.
She's going to give you her view of what's going on. First with the whole different houses thing. How's that working out?
Not really good, actually. People in the hallways, they like yell at each other, they scream, they're like, oh, you're in like a green house, or you're in the black house or the red house, I'm gonna jump on you, I'm gonna push you, I'm gonna punch you just because I don't like your team. And they're also doing favoritism. The red team is always in first place because the red team has so much athletes. And it's just, the red team's always in first place. Blue got into first place today because actually someone actually earned the points and red got right back in it. We earned it, and then they're like, oh, well, blue's in first. Well, and they're giving random points out to like just the teams, just because it's their team. That's what some teachers are doing. Like, oh, it's my team. I'm just gonna give them random points. I'm just gonna give them points, even if they are being bad. I'm just gonna give them points.
All right. Can you tell me what your lunch periods are like?
Lunch periods. You walk into the line, and by the time sometimes you get through the line, you have like a couple minutes to eat your food, and sometimes people like are late to lunch because they have to do something with like other people, or they have to help like a teacher or something, so they're late to lunch. And when they get to their lunch, it's like they have like time to just drink their milk, and then the whistle blows and they have to leave to go, and they don't let any food, drinks, anything out of the cafeteria because people's making messes in the halls. when some people are actually just bringing their food up to their lunch classes, because some people actually let you eat in their classes. And they say if you don't have a packed lunch, well, then you can't leave the lunchroom. Even if you have to go to the bathroom, they say, no, you have to wait until the whistle blows. That's what they say.
So, are they making these, other activities that you have to do during your lunch mandatory, or?
Yes, because either you have to sign up. So basically, they're mandatory. You can't. There's teachers, because last year it was different.
Mm-hmm.
But this year they're making it mandatory. And some people, they didn't even get to pick what they actually wanted, and they got put into a random group with like people that bully them, like teachers that hate them and stuff like that. They get put into those random groups, and they ask to go to another group, and they're like, no, you got put in that one for these 2 market periods, you're gonna stay here.
So say you go through the lunch line, all right? And you get your food and you're sitting there eating, you're not finished with your lunch. Do you have to like leave your lunch and go to this activity?
You have to dump it in the trash. Even if you have food on it, they want you to dump it in the trash and put your tray up there. And the lunch monitors, there's one lunch monitor that actually like sneaks kids, like gives kids food to sneak out of the cafeteria so they can actually make sure they eat.
Because even she sees that it's wrong
Yes.
to not give you
And-
guys time to eat.
And then there's another one that if she sees someone's bringing food out, she's like, that food's not allowed out. She takes it away and immediately throws it away. Immediately. Like if it's a perfect PB&J sandwich that they're bringing from their lunch pail, she's like, no food's allowed out, and she throws away the perfectly good sandwich that either her mom had enough money, like they didn't have enough money, and they just got money, and she was able to make that sandwich for them, or it was like, I don't know, like, but they throw food away just because they're trying to bring food out of the lunchroom. And you have
So
to.
they don't give you time to eat, and they force you into these activities, and you can't even take your food with you so you can eat.
No, but some people actually like sneak.
So there you go, folks. Some of your kids are going hungry all day because of this.
One of
Now, I don't think that's right. Now you mentioned before with the houses and stuff, they're putting some kids in with other kids that have bullied them.
Yes. Bug, I'm pretty sure Bug is in some teams that he has some of my friends in his team, but there's also, I'm pretty sure, some people that's bullied him in his team, in the red team. Like pretty sure this girl named Ava who bullies him, who's in 7th grade and bullying him, and she's in the red team.
Are they getting along while they're on the same team or no?
I don't know because I'm not on their team.
Ah.
I'm on a different team, which people on my team, I walk by them and the same team members are bullying, like the blue house, 2 people from the blue house are bullying someone else from the blue house. When you guys are supposed to be working together, you're bullying the same people from your house.
So the bullying isn't being solved by this?
No, it's not. And they do it so where the teachers can't see it. And with the red team, like at the lunch for that, like people walked in, people were like boo and started slapping people. Like randomly, like, oh, you're on this team and there's a bunch of teachers around, I'm just gonna slap you. And they didn't do anything because the red team is still in first place. Because no matter what, the red team, it's between red and the red's always in first place because of the athletes and stuff. And because the teachers are like, yeah, I'm just gonna give them points. Because it's my team.
All
What do you-
right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to earn the points?
There was 4 things you have to do. One of them was like, basically one of them is being good, basically good behavior, academic excellence, physical excellence. Then there's, I can't remember the other one, but there's 4 of them. So basically when people don't follow these 4 rules, they can't take points off. They're not allowing people to take points off. But some teachers are actually trying to take points off. So if they
So as you go through each class, they're reporting what points the group has earned?
Yes.
Okay.
Blue was in first place because there was an elderly, like it was at recess, in the 6th grade that was on the blue team, there was an elderly walking, like, around the loop, and the elderly was, like, stumbling around because they needed to get more exercise, and no one was with them. The person that was supposed to be watching them was sitting down at a bench on their phone. The elderly was walking around themselves, so we got in first place because that person actually earned it by helping an elderly person get to where they wanted to go and where they needed to go.
Okay.
And the red team's just getting it willy-nilly.
Alrighty, was there anything you wanted to add at all? Can I repeat some of the stuff you told me?
Wait, you said something about all the sports people on the red team? All the sports people are on one
Not
team?
all the sports people, but like
Most of them?
most of them are on the red team. There's one, Jay Rivera, who's on the green team, and the green team hasn't been in first place yet. It's always been a mix-up between red and blue.
So that seems like another sign of
Like the school-
favoritism since
it's
they're
like
trying
the
to get them
school
all
has
on the
never
same.
actually seen Harry Potter movies because honestly, the same crap happened at Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, hello, Slytherin, Gryffindor. Duh.
And then there's
Hufflepuffs.
modeling.
Like I said,
Hufflepuffs were giant
broomstick
teddy
riding and phys ed next year, guys. Yeah,
Quit
go
Yay,
UE.
Quit it.
Yes.
Anyways, another informant of mine mentioned that parents have actually complained about their children being in groups with other children that have bullied them in the past and everything. And basically the school board's excuse was because the child needs to learn to deal with it. No, the child doesn't need to deal with it. The school district needs to learn to do their jobs, or some people need to resign and go flip burgers and make room for somebody else who will do their jobs. So, that's all for tonight, guys. Hopefully I'll see you at another meeting.
Yeah, you can
Did
get
a